This evening I'm doing the Taurus full moon, and it's, all about you. that bull energy. So you want to definitely start considering your authenticity, your core, what's your true nature, your core values, your passion. What gives you your umph in life. So it's what we're gonna do from here on out. Release the past 10 times, 100 times, times 10, whatever, and that's good news. So now we're gonna put perspective into motion. Create the life you want, not just dream about it anymore, which is all good motivation. Absolute intentions of what you truly want. So that's what we call confirmation in the metaphysical ways of practicing our internal magic. So, well, for this full moon evening here, there's so much to talk about, and of course I'm just gonna tap Venus and my Taurus energy right now, because that's what it's mainly about. Please follow those astrologers. David Palmer had a good weekend review, so just they've got the map, and we as the readers, we as the mystics, we as the ones who want to keep our feet, our bare feet cord with Mother Nature, for her and the wisdom of the cosmos to send us what we need to do to protect ourselves, to nourish ourselves, to nurture our Mother Nature, which is all about pure abundance if we follow a few codes. And we've talked about that, what codes are about, but we will talk more of that, because that's finally coming into the light, into the fruition. It's all about numbers. But anyway, so my theme is relish the splendid in your life. Doesn't matter if it's your bed, or it's your dog, or it's your children, or it's your job, or it's your life fabulousness. Relish the splendid in your life, okay? So again, we're gonna start out slow, and this is my little patio altar that I have. So I'm excited to film this evening outdoors, and here's my little compass, and that's facing west, Gulf of Mexico, east, true north. And then we will be working with the enchanted oracle and the goddess deck here. We're going to be working with the goddess bag, okay? The goddesses, and then we're working with the enchanted oracle, which is in the back there. And then my true love tarot, because we know how Venus is in the house. And then I wanted to bring forth some earth magic via Mr. Stephen Farmer there, PhD, wonderful. So, but again, it's all going to be about us. And if you remember at the oops, gotta put in the camera here, at the Samhain, however you want to pronounce it, ritual I did, I wanted everybody to recognize the pentacle for the circle. We're casting a circle here, especially at moon cycles. That's what we do. And as guardians of this earth, we take care of Mother Nature. And as guardians of this earth, we follow moon cycles. Okay? That's how we know. You can go to the Farmer's Almanac if you don't want to follow it metaphysically. Farmer's Almanac is like the astronomers, and we earth goddesses, we're like the astrologers, okay? But here we have the center, and here we have spirit, the being. We have east, the air, which is your intellect, okay? Which is, the mind, like the swords in the tarot. Then you have fire, will, Alrighty, and we know that that's the wands also. I want this job. I'm gonna get this job, and that's facing here comes the south, and then to the north here we have the earth, Mother Earth herself, the body of Mother Nature, and then water west, and there we have the ocean, all about our emotions, our feelings, and most definitely that's where we're coming from now. We want to relish the splendid in our lives, okay? Whatever makes us feel good, even if it's a bubble bath or sea salt filled with exotic essential oils, whatever goes forth. And this is when you're doing your meditation or you're praying at your altar, you're taking your baths or your jog or your walk or your bike ride. This is where you put all your thoughts to, into the center of all this, because you understand now what these, these earth, north, west, east, and south, and the center of the universe stand for. It's all about us, my friends. We're all unitized, electromagnetic energy wise. But here, this is where we put the intentions out to the universe, out to the void. No matter if it's white or dark, doesn't matter. You just throw it out there, okay? And we'll see what boomerangs back. Okay. Well, let's and I'm not going to read this first disc that came from the goddesses, but it is the bird goddess. I mean, I can show you that, but that was in this. Her wings also reflected a comb, which reminds me of the mermaids also, how they use a comb, part of their metaphysical work. But anyway, that's a disc that sort of just, when I was placing the bag down on the table, it just kind of popped out of the bag. So I figured it had some significance, and if we pick her again, we'll read her for sure then. Alrighty. So remember, here you're to relish the splendid goddess, just like Taurus does, okay? Bull, he understands. And look what we have here, the owl. Very good. And this is about I forget how old this emblem, this image disc is, but it's thousands of years. But as the Athena owl represents, it's all about that it's like high priestess energy, in the respect she has to dig into illusions. She has to go to the dark world to understand what to teach in the light. She's about that owl wisdom Athena carries. There's not to be any deception from people who carry owl medicine. Very poignant first pick. Very good. I think I'm just going to pick them and then we'll read them through, okay? Because now I'm curious to know that, seeing as with full moons, that's when the full moons come through, because we want to see the light. Even in ancient times, that's when many of the mariners would, do their duties, because they could follow the full moon. They had locations, points via Luna. So, I'm just curious to know, when in the pure darkness, why so much deception. But the owl medicine is wonderful. Oh, and then we have some reason here for temptation. Okay, so obviously, yes, with that owl, this is about occult knowledge also, the owl wisdom. It's about witchery, and now we have temptation here. So that's, temptation, seduction, that's all about part of witchery magic. So let's see what comes through. But, nothing wrong with being a little bit on the playful side of all of that. But we just want to make sure we carry it as playful as we can. And here, these are major arcana cards with the court cards. The prince, princess, queen, and king. Okay, no minor arcana. Well, I did put a wild card in there. If it comes through, then we'll pick another card. Okay, we'll pick one card here. Set this over here. And we've picked the transformation card. Okay, so this is saying a lot in the respect that it's time to most definitely release your old self. Transform that old self, no matter even if it's eating macadamia nut cookies late at night where nobody's going to catch you, or to doing deceptive things as, you know, what would be called criminal activity. So, yes, no doubt, we're going to definitely keep going forward here, but no doubt there's some darkness still that wants to control. But here we are. We're going to release, and that doesn't mean the predators of scenarios. That means our own psyche. You know, our that side that keeps us in fear continuously and not on the right pages, the right chapters of our life. And here we go. This is what we need to do. Go in solitude. And that's sort of what I've been doing too. Just going into my little, you know, island of recognition, introspection, solitude. So this is a good way how we start transforming ourselves, okay, from whatever deception through temptation is going on. But remember, the goddess Athena followed this totem animal wisdom. So it's not like you're the ones that can be deceiving yourselves. But card fell down. But more like, you know, it's time now for you to use your pure intuition. Just like, you know, the goddesses, the people who followed the god and goddesses, they all were from their core, from their intuition. And this is what we have to do right now. And again, with Taurus, with full moon, Luna, and Taurus also, we've talked about this, that huge red star by the name of Aldebaran is literally Taurus in the constellation. In his third eye, the third eye of the Taurus is the red star Aldebaran, and those ETs are very close to us in the respect of that we can literally witness that huge star that comes through the east that I see with our own eyes. You know, I've even done a video with it on a sunrise moment. So again, recognize these things, okay? But that means it's like the cosmos are watching us. They're telling us. They've planned it. They've, you know, it's like you have those grandparents that, okay, so, you know, this Easter we see you and we're going to do this and this, you know, and it's been programmed for forever. Okay, let's see. We've picked some cards and let's go for, okay, let me grab the book over here. Okay, alrighty, so for the first one, we've got the owl. Okay, I gotta remember where the camera is. Okay, we've got the owl, okay? And this owl, as I said, is all about following, you know, the totem animal that goddess Athena had. Because it is all about knowing from your intuition and not letting anyone fool you unless you want to be fooled and play games, which is not going to take you too far either. Okay, so here we go. The owl. Wisdom of the darkness. Owls are associated with clairvoyance, witches, the moon, and the wisdom that comes from being able to perceive and speak the truth by seeing in the dark. The owl is the familiar of many a healer and priestess who channels the mysterious forces of the cosmic, spiritual realm, manifesting the voice of the goddess through her own, usually under the transformative and guiding light of the lunar energies. Well, how cool is that? While we're doing this for the full moon in Taurus here. The owl was sacred to Athena. There we go. Greek warrior, goddess of wisdom and the intellect. Lilith, Bloodwed, Anath, and other moon goddesses whose clarity of judgment and decisiveness proved important qualities for creating change All have the owl as their totem or power animal. Many Native American teachers call the owl the night eagle. And hold on, let me see. I think, I'm going to turn the page, but it looks like it might be too much reading here, people. The owl's association with the sacred medicine of the eagle suggests that, like the shaman, the owl has the ability to retrieve healing powers from the night world and of spirits and dreams. The bird goddess, and oh my gosh, I just showed you how that one disc came out was the bird goddess. It's called the bird goddess. Wow. Oh, hold on, real second. Let me see here. Hold on, we gotta now see. We gotta take into consideration because I didn't even go there to read it because I figured I'd read it. You know, if it came through with you guys. That's it. There you go. Can you see that? The dancing bird goddess. Hold on. Number will be page 90. The dancing bird goddess. Awesome. So what the owl, the bird energy is telling us is very important here. So with the owl goddess as your guide, you will not be deceived. She will help steer you away from deception or dishonesty. The expression on this owl's face and the one most associated with the owl is, who? Is it time for you to ask, who? Shh. You can move through the darkness with confidence, knowing the inherent wisdom awaits you. Very good. It says, if you have feared the darkness or the unknown, take heart. The owl goddess teaches you to live in the dark while waiting for the sunrise. She will teach you discernment in times of doubt. Her power is that of keen perception and unremitting patience. Trust your intuition and psychic vibes for instinctual responsiveness. If you're confused or at a loss or for words, say, I'm not sure about what you just said or suggested. I feel a little bit uncomfortable with it. I'll get back with you after I've had time to sort it out. There you go, people. You know, just say, I'll get back to you. You know, don't call me, I call you. Okay, and it closes here. Well, it doesn't really close, but here we go. The owl goddess knows how to go after what she wants. She also knows what and whom to avoid. She has perfect vision and the gift of flight. She reminds you to see through people and situations. Get to the truth, and that's what this Taurus is all about, the truth. And we were just talking about that for the opening and this new moon. It's about being your authentic self, authenticity. Most definitely get to the truth. The situation at hand may be emotionally charged, calling for clarity of mind. Use your emotional energy wisely. This amulet symbolizes the balance of core intellect and piercing insight. There you go, my darlings. So get those owl totem animals out, pictures of owls, put them on your screensaver then. I am the wisdom of the owl and moon, ages and ages old. I see in the darkest night. I dwell inside your sight. I am silvery, flowing light, ever changing, growing bright. There you go, my friends. And there you go, and I can confirm how much I love my Luna, because I wrote, yes, ever-changing, growing bright. Lovey Luna and the owl. Okay, well, we opened up with that one, so let's see what Miss Little Temptation here has for us. Yes, Madame. Okay, we don't want to take too long, but it is full moon, so these are kind of fun. Yes, Madame. And Temptation, I mean, she makes pretty much, you know, straight out sense. Don't go there unless you want to get your hand cut in the fire, I'm assuming, because she's all dressed in that red. But here we go, temptation. Yes, she looks like, I'm trying to see if she has an apple or what she's holding in her hand. I can't really see. I think it is an apple. Okay, hold on. Let's do temptation. As the saying goes, into every life a little temptation comes. Sometimes a lot of temptation. It may seem rather innocent. There's that luscious little something just out there waiting for the taking. Something so lovely can't be bad, can it? Temptation takes many forms. You can be tempted to partake of something or to do something that you know you shouldn't. Temptation can be very simply something that is outright bad for you. You generally know what these are, and it is a matter of making a smart choice and maybe using a bit of willpower. Hold on, let me turn the page, people. Temptation can also be taking too much for a good thing. This is a case of exercising moderation. Temptation can also be something that is good in general, but in bad or inappropriate. Or you at this time, temptation can be subtle, and you may have a difficult time identifying it. The oracle message, very simply put, resist temptation. Whatever you are facing or considering, whatever someone is offering or encouraging, don't do it. It is possibly outright not good for you. Part of you probably knows that, even if you don't want to admit it to yourself. Or it may seem benign or even good to you, but there's something about it that you don't know. If you knew, if the secrets were revealed, you would agree that it is not the right choice for you. Okay, and say 3 times, resist I can and resist I will. What is offered doesn't fit my bill. And because it says say it 3 times, I'll say it again twice. Resist I can and resist I will. What is offered doesn't fit my bill. Resist I can and resist I will. What is offered doesn't fit my bill. That's righty. Okay, my friends, there we go. We got to keep moving forward. Don't let the shady things come any closer than we need them to. We don't need them. Okay. They're not doing too much. Now we're going to go into this death card, which is transformation. And like if you've heard me before, I call this the Lucky 13 card, because this is when you recognize, yes, madame, it is time for me to get the shit together and move forward. I can't keep excuses or denying or whatever you want. So it reads for the death card. So we say we really will, for this full moon, this is definitely coming out still from the underground. Now mind you, we're just coming through the end of the month, and this was when the cycle was from the underworld could come and approach. Here they had the gate portals were open, but that's why you have to protect yourselves and not be weak-minded or weak in any chakra. You just do your business. But if you're weak, then this is what happens in your lifetime. You keep going through these deaths because you're not getting the lessons right. That's why when the predators are allowed to reveal themselves, you need to take an instinctual notice, no doubt. Okay, the ghostly figure tries to run from death, but signs of disintegration are obvious. The death card is not about physical death. Upright or reversed, it means there is almost no hope that any situation you have asked about can be saved or an old situation resurrected. The fact that the card is upright means you will come to terms with this new reality. Facing profound change is unpleasant, but helps you realize what is important. As sad as it is, all things must pass away to make way for new growth in our spiritual development. It is not easy. Passion, deep emotional ups and downs, and sexual magnetism are all pulling at your heartstrings now. You will have to transform yourself in order to begin again. You must put the past in the past and believe you can live a love again, and you can find love again. Keep silent regarding what you've asked about. Don't speak about old relationships or even old times. Concentrate on what's happening now and what may be. Appreciate all the good things in your life and look to a new tomorrow. Hope never dies unless we let it die. What is passing away served as a catalyst for transformation in your life. Karmically, you were helped to open new doors that you may have otherwise overlooked. As the poet Alfred Lord Tennyson said, "'Tis better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all." Well, there we go. And Venus is in the house, so she's talking to us, people. She's saying, you know what? Let go of the past. You know, some of us have that repetition cycle of meeting the same kind of, oh Lord, whatever you want to call them, losers. You know, you got to stop that cycle and move forward. But first we got to love ourselves, and this is what we're saying. We're moving forward towards solitude, to regenerate, to replenish, you know, get outdoors and, light some candles. If you have a little area, even in a balcony, this is my little area, my balcony, you don't have to have a big yard. You can do this, people. Start becoming your own shamans and learn to love yourselves and Gaia and the whole beautiful. Become lotus flowers all together. It's about love, people. The island of love. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to, let's see. Here we go. Island. And you can see it's sort of like, it's got this mystic blue. It's like even right now, it's dark and the light was just ending. Solitude. Okay. Solitude. The solitary tree on this island, surrounded by the glassy sea, can evoke different feelings depending on one's perception and beliefs. The tree, which is in full blossom, stands out amid the relative starkness and is illuminated by a beam of light. See, beam of light there. Emerging from the otherwise dark sky. It's an elegant reminder of how even what might appear to be relatively barren circumstance, there is still beauty and growth. Although an island like this can be a metaphor for isolation and desolation, the thriving tree proves that even in the harshest of environments, there is life. Capital L, life. We can see the tree's spider-like roots spreading from the moist soil. The sense of peace and solitude depicted in this image provides nourishment for the soul. And it continues, you need to take some time for solitude, preferably in silence. Spend the morning, afternoon, or even the entire day by yourself, completely unplanned and unstructured. The bombardment of your senses by the noise and intensity of society leaves you on alert for far more than is necessary. The vibration of millions of people's worry and fear throughout the world can impinge upon you and greatly affect you if you do not honor your need to pull back from time to time. There you go, people. That's what I've been doing, no doubt about it. When you have passed through any self-constructed barriers to enjoying the quiet peace of solitude, it will serve you best if you simply observe the thoughts and emotions that pass through you, especially those that cause shortness of breath or a quickening heartbeat. Oh my Lord, well, we don't want to go there, people. Don't want to go there. Remember that isolation is experienced not by choice, but out of fear. When you decide to spend time with yourself in solitude, which is totally different. Solitude is about replenishing ourselves and getting into our core and realizing we gotta transform. We can't hang around with the shadies anymore, or the people, we think are friends, but, got something doing behind our backs. Release all that. And so what if we're alone for a while? When you think of the goddesses, the ones who read the oracle, they were always alone, tapping the higher forces that be and gave. That's what gives you power, people. Okay, that's when the gods and goddesses give you extra energy and supernatural, metaphysical information, and because you have to learn it from your core. Stuff you don't read in a book. You can learn to tap it and seminar-wise, but nonetheless, it comes from you. Okay, so, let go of the barriers and enjoy the quiet peace of solitude. It will serve you best if you simply observe the thoughts and emotions that pass through you, especially those that cause shortness of breath or a quickening heartbeat. Remember that isolation is experienced not by choice but out of fear. When you decide to spend time with yourself in solitude, however, you are choosing to once again find and connect with who you really are. And that's what we're trying to talk about. This is all about the truth of who you are, your authenticity, and all good stuff. Okay, I'm at 30 minutes, so I'm going to just pull one more because I think it's important to pull the runes on full moons. I used to do them in the beginning when I was starting my full moon videos back in the day, and I haven't done it yet. Okay, which one is this one? Oop, I'm on the wrong thing here. Okay, well, I know this is a reversed rune right now, and I want to say it's flow, but before we say it's flow, let's look in the bookie. But I know it's reversed because I think this is the upright way, and this is reversed. So, but we'll see. We'll read what this one says. Okay, flow. There it is, flow. If you see, it's page 127. 18 is flow. So that's the way it's upright, and I picked it this way. Okay, so we're going to read what reversed flow is. And flow is called Lagus. The name of the rune is Lagus. And then we'll close with Lagus. Okay. Powerful these runes are. And Lagus speaks of water, flow, that which conducts. But I selected it reverse. So we're going to see that there's a block somehow. So this whole reading has been about us still being in a block, people. We got to unblock. A counsel against overreach and excessive striving. Drawing flow reverse is a warning against trying to exceed your own strength or operate beyond the power you have funded to date in your life. Lagus reversed often indicates a failure to draw upon the wisdom of instinct. There we go, my friends. We got to tap that intuition. As a result, the intuitive side of your nature may be languishing, leaving you out of balance. What is called for now is to go within. My goodness, and that's what we're talking about with the Island Solitude card. To go within, to honor the receptive side of your warrior nature. And that's what we've been talking about in some of our videos too here. Becoming that spiritual warrior, no doubt about it. And those spiritual warriors are like shamans. They have to go through those vision quests. And they have to go into nature some days, sometimes for 40 days, 4 weeks, 4 years. I mean, these people take their stuff serious. You can get information, look them up, but they come out a different soul almost. Not even a person, a soul. Because they get down to earth and they even become primal. That's the whole thing about these vision quests. You got to tap that primal energy. All right, my friends. Well, I love you all. Have a great full moon rather, and kiss. Tap that energy. Make your dreams happen, projects happen. What authentically you want to do, what you're born to do, life purpose. Ciao. Love you. Bye.